Hi, my name is Jodie Munday from Creative Art. So I'm here at Connecting Gunning, exhibiting some of my work that was featured at Casula Powerhouse as part of the Regional Futures program last year. I've also got some new works that will be unveiled on Saturday for everybody to see. So the work that I produced for Regional Futures was actually to do with country and animals, our native animals and native vegetation, and what the future looks like for those things if we don't start taking action now to create a better environment for them. Some of my works actually consist of native animals, and others actually use a lot of native vegetation, whether it's in the dyeing process or the actual creation process with the weaving. With my weaving, I actually try to dye a lot of my material using natural products, whether it's actually stringy bark, tannins, river water after it's rained, fruit and vegetables. Those ways creates non-toxic dye, as well as you actually get a really soft, unique colour. So the work that's behind me here is actually called Journey Through Life Seasons. So as an Aboriginal Wiradjuri woman, we don't actually just believe in the 4 seasons, we actually believe in 6 to 8 seasons. So this work is actually a representation of that, as well as the journey we have through life seasons as individuals from youth to old age. So some of the material in that has actually been hand dyed, and some has actually been brought in those colours. So this work here is actually called Women's Ceremony Circles. So I've actually tried a new technique in the centre of this one called cobbling that was introduced to me by Brooke Munro, an artist in the Southern Highlands. I've actually chosen to do this one in circles and use the pinks and softer colours in this one to actually represent our women in our community and what they actually do to hold community together, sharing stories and raising children. The edges of this piece have actually been dyed with stringy bark tannins that I got from my family's property. So these bits on the edge have actually been dyed with the tannins from stringy bark. So it was natural raffia, and it's been dyed with tannins from stringy bark to create that subtle, darker colour. So this piece here is actually called bushberries. This was the process the first time I actually dyed raffia myself. So the brown has actually been dyed with coffee beans, and the purpley colour has actually been dyed with raspberries. It was also the first time that I actually tried a spiral weave in that work as well. Within my work, I also try to use a lot of recycled materials, so with a focus for sustainability and caring for country. So this work is actually called River Rock Dreams. So it actually shows one of our most unique Australian animals, the platypus. It's actually done on the top of an old coffee table. So this work consists of wood burning as well as coloured pencil. So it actually shows the platypus in its environment, but also through the bottom here we've actually got different symbols from Aboriginal culture that represent the water and people's journeys through life. This one is actually a skink's eye. So skinks actually come from a family that feature quite a lot of different reptiles. So you've got blue-tongued lizards, little garden skinks, shinglebacks or bobtails are also part of the skink family. So shingleback is actually one of our totems. So this is actually a close-up of a shingleback's eye and also his some hard shell. So shingleback's actually quite unique, that underneath its actual skin, its skull and back are still the same shape. So its bones are the same shape as the actual skin on top of the animal. So this piece is titled Watching Me, Watching You. So a lot of us are scared of reptiles, particularly snakes, but we actually encroach on their space. So even though we are frightened of them, they actually spend a lot more time watching us than we realise to try and keep out of our way.